going to set my own time.
Yeah.
I'm going to set my own targets. And this is how I want things to go.
But the thing is, though, I think that maybe I have this mindset because I'm quite a carefree, la person. But I feel like, yes, people can have their own desires and goals and timeframes and whatever. But I think even, benefits and non-benefits, even within that, you're still sort of limiting yourself. Because even if you do decide that you want to stray away from the traditional house, marriage, whatever at this age, I still feel like, I don't think it's bad to have goals and to set a time frame, but I also think you should still have a goal, but not necessarily put a time frame, because it might not happen in that time.
Yeah. I feel like ultimately the best thing to do is to leave things like in God's hand, in a sense of like you were saying before, like sometimes we've set all these targets and there's no room for God to really do anything, and it's like,
and it's not even meant for us.
Yeah, and we've created our own journey when God is literally like, but you didn't even have to go through all of that. I literally wanted you to just literally
live life,
be a person that's helping people.
You struggled,
like you didn't have to go through all of that, and that's not even your purpose. Like, what are you doing there? And you're working so hard. Yeah, God, I'm working hard, man.
You go to heaven like, man, God, I did so much.
Like, I was evangelizing. I was doing it. I was in the street, and God's like, I just want you to clean the church. Why did you clean the church?
When you saw that there was crumbs on the floor,
why did you clean the church?
You clean it. You were too busy saying, "Oh, I need to evangelize. Someone else can do that."
It's like,
I asked you to clean. You don't give your hands.
Who gave, and things you knew, because we know sometimes we know in our inner mind.
Yeah, you can feel the conviction.
You feel something, you're like, I'm not doing it.
Yeah. You know what? Sometimes, yeah. I mean, obviously, like, sometimes the way that we view God is very limited to our earthly knowledge. Yeah. But sometimes I feel like, do you think God just looks down and says,
just laughs at us?
Like, these children of mine.
Like
come
I feel
on.
like he's just thinking, why are you stressing? Who sent you to do that?
No, who
actually sent you to? What are you doing?
Sometimes you'll be praying or having conversations, and God's sitting there like, why you actually don't need to be complaining, because this is not for you, and you're there going,
God, please, and you're praying at night time thinking, I'm gonna fast for 10 days, and you're this shit, and
God's there.
It's like, why is this girl stressing herself?
You see, it's 3:00. I want you to sleep.
And you know, so mad, yeah, because of this whole free will stuff and faith. You know, sometimes God will allow it to happen for you, only for you to realize that. Why did I do this? Like, you've been praying for that thing, praying day and night, and now you finally have it. You're like, oh, okay. Are you want to run back to God? God's like, look at you. Look at you.
I'm saying, God,
just give me £1,000, and I'm telling you. And then it comes, and the money comes, and you're like, okay, I think I want more. God, just give me 10,000. I swear, if you give me £10,000, I would serve you. £10,000 will come,
and you're still there procrastinating.
And this whole time, the reason why you're feeling empty is because that's not your God. That's not what you're supposed to be desiring.
Literally,
you should be desiring being close to God, being at peace. Like, God, please give me peace of mind.
No, the amount of times I pray for that.
Give me peace of mind. Because all this stuff means nothing without no peace of mind.
No,
give me peace of mind. So, like, I get what you're saying. Going back to setting targets is like, you can set all of these targets, and it's like it can completely deviate from what God has planned for us. Because that's not God's plan. That's not even our purpose.
No.
And yet, because we're so strong, especially even if we create ourselves, we're still so strong-minded.
So we're stubborn. We're stubborn humans.
What? Why are you laughing?
I was like, obviously God doesn't make mistakes, but I wonder if he, not regrets, but stubbornness. I bet he's just like, why?
Because it's good that God made sure he mentioned free will, because he understands that humans are going to do...
They're going to do whatever they want to do,
because God could have done the thing where he would have made it easier, just making everyone love him by force, because he created us. He could have just said...
But it wouldn't have been real.
You have no choice but to love me.
Yeah.
But he wanted that desire of like, us to actually want to know him, and the genuine desire. So it's like, just having that means... everything. God still wants you to still choose. If you want to go on Gallivant, you're so extra. Anyways,
Gallivant.
If that's what you want to do, I say, God, I want to travel the world by yourself for no reason. Do it. You haven't consulted God. I'm not saying that. Am I shading you? Why are you looking at me for? Should I call your name?
I hope you know that I have consulted God.
No, I'm just saying, people in general.
No,
like,
they do. Yeah.
Not just, I remember this week I had like a mini, not meltdown, but like I was just ranting.
But it's actually okay to admit you have feelings and
no,
go through emotions.
I'm saying, can you let me express the emotions I had?
Because you said not really.
Yeah, because
you tried
not,
to retract.
Because it's not really.
Admit it fully.
Let
me be your therapist.
I had a mini meltdown. It wasn't that big. Anyways, long story short, I went to my mom and she was just like, have you asked God? Like, why do you... What if this is not even what you're meant to be doing? And I was like, I did. I did it. Of course I did it. What? That's why you were stressing. I was like, she's like, have you actually asked God about this?
Have you prayed?
Have you prayed? I was like, yeah.
And God is looking down at you like, Faith, I'm just waiting for you. I'm just waiting.
What I did was, God, please follow me on this journey. I didn't ask God, should I go on this journey?
That's so true.
I said,
that's
God,
very,
please
very
follow
true.
me on this journey.
Yeah.
I never once said, God, is this what you want me to do? No, I just said, God, please, this is what I want to do. Are you going to join me? That's literally what I did. And I was like, oh, wow. That's so interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Consult God, guys, and He will direct your path to what you actually... Because for all you know, maybe you're not meant to own a house. Because now you're stressed about mortgage payments when they've gone up the roof. Now you got to stress about leaks and gas and electric bills going on. You know, British Gas, do you know how much money they've made? Like £900 million or something like that.
I'm not shocked. These people are the biggest scammers ever.
Listen, I should find the CEO of British Gas. I'll turn you into a gas.
I'll lock him in the room and just suffocate him.
What is this?
No, I'm joking. I would never do that. But I was gonna say, even like, because I want to do that. I can't even do it.
So first you want to kill me, and now you want to suffocate.
I said I wanted to. What did I say I was gonna do after?
I didn't hear you.
It wasn't me then. I didn't say that. But I was gonna say, because of this pressures of like doing certain things at a certain time, we find that especially young men, they tend to feel the need to show off things because they don't have it. I don't have to explain it. It's like, you see them like, they feel the need to like talk, especially the whole going on a first date thing. You see some men going out of their way to create a whole fake persona, fake everything. Like the car is not theirs, it's rented. Like they're not anywhere close to where they would want to be, but because they feel like at this age as a man, I should be doing this. I should be earning this. I should have this lifestyle at this point. And it's like, and it's putting a lot of pressure.
How old is Andrew Tate?
He's quite young.
Yeah, so when you have people like that.
But then again, talking about Andrew Tate, oh my God. I feel like I've had a love and hate relationship with this guy.
Yeah, no love.
I went through a stage where I was like, no way, speaking facts. And then I deep I was like, this guy is evil. In a sense of like, so I would deviate him. But anyways, he literally... I don't think people actually asked and researched how his wealth came about. It's not an innocent thing.
So everything's been invested for it's true.
I think it is, because how did he make his money? Because I watched a documentary of how he actually became rich, and it's from pimping girls. Yeah. So how is that so far-fetched? Anyways, this is me on the internet. Conspiracy theory.
Well, it's not true. No, alleged.
But the actual fact is, the way he made his wealth was not... It's not a traditional way that people just... Because he's extremely rich, not a normal rich.
He's very rich.
And he didn't just make it from having a business. There was no business. Anyways, so yeah, see what I'm saying? That's the thing people are aspiring. People are looking up to that and thinking, look at him, he's this age, he's doing that, I should be doing... Women. And because of that, they're now faking things that's not real and putting extreme pressure on themselves and going into debt because they're trying to keep up with things and borrowing and paying for things that they can't afford.
But I agree with that 100%. But there's also the thing of us women where, because now we are in a time where women can be their own people and we have our own voices and there's value in all of this stuff. Now we're saying, I don't want no bum ass man. I want someone that's going to treat me on the first day. He going to do this and that. So now that we are being told that we are allowed to think like that. So now you have men that now, do you know what I mean? It's just a cycle. Yeah.
And one thing I've realised is people push that narrative, but in reality, that's not even really what happens. No. But it's like, everyone thinks that's the narrative, that's the mindset you should have. Like, you should not want... I'm not saying you should go for a guy that has nothing, but there's a lot more than just physical
wisdom.
Money. Like, you can see when somebody is in the right direction, when they're not in the right direction. just by having flashy things doesn't mean they're in the right direction, because they could be doing fraud.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know where the money came from. How can you have that expensive car from 9 to 5? Unless you're earning over 100k, where's that money coming from? Makes no sense. It's not realistic. I'm so done. But honestly,
No, but it's very true. It's very true.
You want someone to be splashing out 200, 400 pounds on a day, and if that's what you want, go for it. Honestly, but
it's scary.
It creates unnecessary pressures on men that are just living a normal life and just trying to get by.
And I think also because this society is very quick. Again, going back to Patricia's podcast, her and her husband were talking about the fact that, like, they went through together the come up that they're on. So they went through the times where because they met when they're at uni, I think.
Yeah, they did.
So they went through the times of being uni students, not having that much money. She mentioned a bit where she was like how he was working and she was unemployed for some time, and how he was doing things, and nobody wants that kind of, like, I don't want to say struggle, because for everyone it might not be a struggle, but nobody wants to go through that journey and that process. They just want to be like, I've got my money now, let's get together and then be this like relationship.
Basically the finished products, like, come prepared, come ready.
In order for you to have, I'm only using them because it's very fresh and I obviously watch their thing, but in order for you to have that longevity in your relationship and in your finances, where you've gone from something and you've created it and you're building and you're learning, it comes from something. It doesn't just come from anywhere. Like that you can't expect to have that type of money, because they're comfortable, right? They're comfortable now, and it's going to be something that's going to last them a long time, probably going to go on to their children. You can't expect that in your relationship when it comes from something that came very quick and just like that. You've got to have built something in order for you to then, because you can have something now but you're not smart with it, because why are you spending 4k on the first date?
Honestly, to me, that's a red flag. I'm so sorry.
That's scary.
That would honestly make me feel like you see me as a person that's materialistic, and I'm not that person.
It's actually very...
Like, I feel downgraded because you usually just thought, I just want money. I'm so sorry.
It's disgusting. But do you know what I mean? Like, there's a whole process behind it. People don't want to go through... And this is why I'm so glad I got God.
Amen.
I just want to give it up to my Lord. Why am I doing these accents?
I know. And look at me following you. I don't know who sent me.
No, but like, and the reason why I say this is because through my season of unemployment, it was guys, I was stripped away from everything. And I feel like now, in terms of my finances and how I'm handling certain situations in my life, I feel like I can only have gotten through that if it wasn't for what I went through. Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like if I went from the virtual assistant job where it was a bit up and down to then immediately being in a job where I'm earning a decent amount of money, my handling of my finances would not be smart. Whereas now, I'm counting every penny. I'm being wise. I'm like, I want to buy some chocolate. No, Jen. No. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like in society as a whole, people are not willing to go through... And I just watched a lot of YouTube, guys. I was watching... what video was it? I think it was just someone talking about how our bodies constantly wants to be comfortable.
100%.
We're always choosing the... Oh, Favour, you've just validated me.
No, but you're so... I can't. I actually cannot.
You know how I feel about validation.
No, but that's spot on though.
Yeah. Like, 1 second, let me fix my ring. How our body just always is choosing the easy way out, how it wants to be comfortable. And now with social media and quick fixes and people are being told to be comfortable. Oh, you have a 9-to-5 job and your boss stressing you out.
Leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's
why are you going to put up with that? Oh, your partner's annoying you. Go cheat. Go leave. What are you going to do?
Nah, you're speaking facts. I feel like what we're supposed to do, like, I don't think people realize that the whole purpose of life is to fight against being too comfortable. Yeah. Because if you're too comfortable, you're not growing. You're not meant to be too comfortable.
No.
Obviously, peace of mind and comfortability are two different things. Like, you can still have like peace in like chaos, but as long as you're growing, it's better than just staying in the same stagnant because it's comfortable. Going back to our initial topic about the pressures of society and like the hitting the milestones, that can make us comfortable because people can just be like, I've done this, I've done that, I'm good. And they could actually have a lot more in them. But because they feel safe, it's safe to stay in a 9 to 5. It's safe to do this, what people have said is the right way to live life. It's safe and comfortable. Whereas you might be a person that's supposed to do, you're not so much more. Like you're not even probably meant to be in that field anyway. But because you're earning what you need to earn, you're living your life. I'm good. And you're almost limiting your abilities of who you can actually become. Because obviously I don't think everyone should be like a CEO or anything about it, but still, like, some people literally are so comfortable, which is why you find I've heard people, especially when I used to work my old job, 50 years or 60 years old, telling me they're still earning in the same job as I am, earning the same amount of money. I'm thinking, how can you be surviving this many years still earning this and doing the same job? It's because they're so comfortable and it's safe.
Not to expose my mum, I love you, mum, but I see that in my mum. My mum she's gifted, I would say, I think
interior designing, 100%.
All right.
I'm just saying.
Like, no, she is. She's gifted in cooking and interior design. She's got an eye for it. I have mentioned to her before, Mum, you could literally start a business and you could be good. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not like, guys, have you been to Congolese people houses? Your eyes will hurt by the time you leave. But you're Congolese. You can, give these people advice. Be like, listen, I can do this. Because my mum doesn't just go to like any TK Maxx and get furniture from there. My mum, do you know how many times my mum has bought furniture and we've seen it on some TV show, something in another country? Like, my mum, she knows places to go to shop. She's got an eye for it. She knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not saying that her job is terrible or whatever, because you know what? She's been doing it for quite some time. She's fun with it, right? She's a support worker. But I'm like, why limit yourself when you can be and do something so great? And you're not just like being like, relying on your next paycheck or your payslip, whatever. If you've got your business, you're doing good, you've got your clients, you've established your brand, girl, we can be going on holiday whenever we want.
I'd rather live a life where I've made so many mistakes than to feel like I'm just being safe.
Yeah.
And just keeping myself in this little bubble of under the protection of, but at least I'm in the right track. But who set the right track? Is that what I'm supposed to be doing?
Because even with that, I remember thinking once, I was just like, okay, so my mum has been like in care for like probably just before I went to uni. It's about 5, 6, 7 years now, right?
Yeah.
Where are you going with it? Because are you planning to be a manager? Are you planning to be a supervisor? Like, you can't just be... Okay, don't get me wrong. She has gone up in terms of like the different care things. She went from just being like, with old people. Now she works with like people with like mental health issues. So there is a bit of an upgrade.
Yeah.
But what more? And I think, you know what? I can kind of understand from her perspective, because to her, she's like, oh, my English isn't good and da-da-da-da. But I'm like, English. Do you know what I mean? Like, how many people do you have that... Like, she just doesn't believe that she's got it in her when she does. And I want her to see that, because maybe it's me projecting it on her because I feel like I'm not going to live a traditional type of life. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, the world.
I feel like not saying living a traditional life is anything bad. It's like, if that's what you know you're supposed to do, then
live it, girl.
Do it. But don't do it out of like, it's just a safer option of like, I just don't want to not have anything. I don't know, like, obviously I'm not saying you shouldn't want to eat and stuff and not have I get it, but still, like, I don't feel like it's you have a good quality of life if you live a life just trying to be safe all the time and you're not taking any form of risk. Like, how do you grow? Like, you live, you're like, I haven't done that. How? Because you don't even have regrets. So you get to a certain age, you're like, what have I actually done with my life?
Like my dad, like...
Are you going to expose this man? I think you should think about what you're about to say.
No, I know what I'm about to say, Favour.
Go on.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I'm not going down that path. But again, I think this is one of the issues about living at home, because I feel like I'm now at a stage in my life where I know what I like, I know what I think. I'm very established in my morals and my values and just the way that I perceive life. So now when you live with parents that are not on this, it's a bit frustrating. Like, for example, right, my dad, and I've noticed it, was it this week or last week? Obviously the kids are off. Like, he'll come back from work and my brother will be like, oh, hey, Dad, how was work? It's hard. I'm tired. And then yesterday I heard him say, I have to wake up again tomorrow morning. And I'm like, but you don't have to. Like, if you feel like, if you're complaining about that, I don't know what my dad's thing is, okay? The way that I said with my mom, she's got interior design and food. Personally, maybe fashion, I don't know. But if you feel like, I don't know. I'm sorry, Dad. But do you know what I mean? Like, if you feel like how you're living your life now or the work that you're doing is not serving you, you're not happy, you're complaining, like, why not? Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. But I understand why they're settling.
Like, sometimes just step out of the traditional quote unquote way of living and just do something that you know you want to do. Yeah. And just try it out. If it doesn't work,
if it doesn't work, it's fine.
It's alright. It's actually okay. I think there's this thing of failing is such a big deal. Like, failure, like, I don't want to fail. But it's like, you can still fail in the traditional ways as well. And that's even worse. Imagine trying to do the safe option, you failed in the safe option.
Yeah. Are you not embarrassed?
Like, you might as well just do what you want to do and hope for the best.
No,
like,
literally.
Why try to stay in this option, this following the traditional way of like, at this age, I'm going to do this. At this age, I'm going to do that. And then you haven't really explored yourself yet because you're just following what you're told, what you're apparently supposed to do.
It's annoying.
What a life.
No.
I
no,
would not.
And this is my frustration, because I'm like, because I'm now so settled in the way that I think and perceive life that when I look at my parents like that, it frustrates me, because I'm like, but I know they're not going to listen to me.
Yeah.
Because they're just going to be like, oh, well, I'm too old, or my English is... The English is not even that bad, bro. It's not that bad.
I would do everything I wanted to do now and make the most mistakes, wherever it is.
Yeah.
And then later on be like...
that comes wisdom.
Yeah, because it's like, I can be like, I don't have no regrets. I did everything that I wanted to do when I wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Obviously with God's direction.
Amen.
But I still did it. I didn't hold back because I was like, oh, I'm not this, or whatever the reason is. I didn't hold back. I just did it. That's what I would prefer for me, but everyone's different.
I might have to sit my parents down and have a chat with them.
I'm not doing that, man. I think my parents have lived their own life. It's time for me to take control of my own life. Let me advise myself. Let me take control of myself, and then I'll be the one to advise.
No, because like, in the name of Jesus, I rebuke you.
If I catch this,
you got it.
No, it left my hand. It's my fingers.
It's gone. I told you, in the name of Jesus, it's gone.
It's still here.
No, it's
I hope it dies.
Can you speak in tongues, Favour?
For what? Fly. It's not that deep, mate. It's not that deep. It's not dead. Why you make so much noise?
Oh my God.
You still haven't hit it? Are you being serious? Jen, give me. Nah, you're mocking it. How is it escaping you that much? How? I'm so baffled. What the hell?
Oh God.
But yeah, I feel like we don't have to round it up, but like, this is in summary of what we've kind of said. I feel like there needs to be a flexibility of how we approach like life. Yeah, like the essence of time is not a real thing. It's created by someone, but is that you? Like,
no,
you have the control to take your life how you want it to do, how you want it to go. Obviously, at your own pace. Like, you don't have to follow anyone else's.
I mean, look at Sarah. Didn't she have a baby when she was like crumbling?
Yeah.
You know, and back then.
I'm so sorry.
Back then, no, I said the Bible says her things was crumbling. It was dry.
Damn.
I said it was dry. Back then, her friends were saying, "Oh, I'm 30 now. I can have a baby." Sarah said, "No, How old was she? 90?
She was old.
She was old. She said, when I'm old,
She
I will have my child.
She was old. Not like old, like old, but like old.
Old.
Yeah.
You know what? Did I say this to you? How do you think she gave birth?
I have no idea. I wasn't there. How am I supposed to know?
That's what I said. How do you think? Not how do you know?
I can't think it because it doesn't make sense to me. Wait till someone that's 8 is giving birth. That's scary. I will actually scream. That is, my imagination hasn't got that far, mate. I don't want to imagine it. That is disgusting.
Do you think, you know how God you know how God made Adam sleep? Do you think he made her sleep?
I don't know, man.
No, I want to think about these
I don't
things.
want to think about it.
You know what? Whoever's up, because I just love, like the other day, my colleague was like to me, she was like, so you know, after Adam and Eve and Cain and Abel and everything, how did everyone else come? I said, I do know that they had more children, but I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just like to sit and think about the missing bits of the Bible. How it all came.
I think she just did push, it came out.
I think she went to sleep.
No, I don't think. How's the baby going to come out if you go to sleep, mate?
Can God not do anything?
What? You're sleeping, the baby's going to
Can God not do anything?
You need to push the baby out.
Not really. If he created Eve from the rib.
How is baby's going to come out if you don't push the baby?
I said God can do anything.
I know, but I'm telling you.
Yeah, but it maybe for Sarah it's different.
So baby just came out by itself?
No, maybe, yeah.
That's impossible.
How do you know? Were you there?
Yeah, but you weren't there too.
It's like with Enoch.
What happened with Enoch?
He died at 900. He didn't even die. It went up, didn't he?
Well, yeah, but I don't think the baby came out from her sleeping. She pushed the baby out.
I don't know about that.
I think she did.
I think she went to sleep.
Do you know that they lived longer than us? Like,
yeah.
So like 90 probably wouldn't have. I don't know if it's 90, but she probably wasn't actually as old in them times.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. Because
She might have lived till she was like 300, 400. Who knows?
And how do you think she looked though?
Probably look better than half of the people that we have in this society.
All I know that she wasn't using a wheelchair.
Well, she can give birth. If she can give birth, then
she can do anything.
I don't think she needed a wheelchair, but yeah. See the concept of time. Even the Bible. If you look at the stories in the Bible, I feel like it's constantly trying to tell us that it doesn't exist.
No.
Like there's so many examples of when people have wanted to do certain things and God just comes out of nowhere and says.
It disappeared.
And it just says.
It said hello.
Like hi.
Yahweh is in the building.
I don't think this is time for you to do that, mate. Let's because
I swear Moses was old. Yeah, Moses was old.
God can either speed it up or slow it down. Like God just does what He wants to do because it's like, why are you wasting it? Like why are you bothering yourself? I'll tell you what to do.
Yeah.
You know, it reminded me of the story in the Bible of, is it Jonah, the one that got swallowed?
Yeah.
He was like, I don't want to go.
God said, stuff you.
It's like he tried to go different routes. She said,
dragged him back.
I'll bring a fish. Can you imagine getting swallowed by a fish? That's imaginary.
No, guys, that's scary.
And God wanted
and he
that.
Survived.
Yeah, because God wanted him to do that specific thing at that time. So he's like, you honestly, it doesn't.
You're wasting breath at this time.
All of this.
He said, you're wasting your time, not mine.
Like, I
got time.
We need to do this in 3 days.
But the Bible also says, I can't remember which way it is, that it's 1,000 or 100,000 years is only like a day. Or is it a day is only 100? Is it something?
Yeah, along that line. Yeah. Like, basically constant time.
So to God, that was like 3 seconds.
Yeah, literally.
It was literally 3 seconds.
So all of this, I need to be, oh God, I'm so behind.
Please.
What's happening to me? Look at all my friends.
God said 5.
They're earning 4, all of this.
3, 2, what, like, years ago?
Literally, like, stop bothering me. Like,
literally.
Take it. And then you find out, like, why do I want this? I don't even, this is not even what I wanted. Or it might end up being the thing you want, but the whole point is timing and holding time in such a high regard sometimes can just almost sort of cloud our minds and take away the essence of our purpose of what we're supposed to be doing, because we're so focused on making sure we accomplish and do this at this time. It's like we don't actually allow God to do what He wants to do, or even allow our minds to even relax, to actually evaluate what's happening around us and actually think, hold on a second, is this what I actually want to do?
Yeah, because it took me some time, going back to my season of unemployment, took me some time to...
Are you going to say it properly?
No. To be like, maybe I should just rest, because I was so stressed about, oh my God, money and a job and my mom. God said, relax. No, he actually said to me, Jen, relax. Like, it's, take your time. Like, actually relax. And when I finally... I was going to say something. Anyway.
You might as well say it now.
No.
That's annoying. Me and the audience...
When I finally unclenched my arse.
What the hell? How do we go for talking about the Bible?
Because some people use that saying, when you clench it, it's because you're stressed out and you're just overthinking.
What is wrong with you? Unclench your what? Do you want to speak into the mic so you can hear you properly? No, I think it should be
anyway, when I finally relaxed.
Oh, you don't want to tell them what you said?
No, it's okay. When I finally relaxed, that's when everything just kind of even though there was the whole thing of like applying for jobs, that's when I finally started to feel peace in my situation. And that's when, God was just like, revealing things and things were happening and I was starting to become more grounded in certain things. And then next thing you know, if you watch my testimony, I got a job, didn't I?
And I think, do you know what's so interesting as well is...
sorry, I'm so sorry. Can I just say, with that as well, one thing that I learned about God is that, going back to the whole thing that we were talking about, how, we might have something and God has something else. Like, every single job that I had applied for, that I wanted, or I was like, oh my God, this is really good, pay is good, it's close to home, whatever. I always envisioned myself in the job, but I never got the job. But with this job... it was just like, oh, okay, I applied for it, didn't think about it, got the interview. I was like, oh, okay, I'll go to the interview. Didn't even think about it and I got it. So it just goes to show that, like, sometimes what you want
may not be the best for you. And also, what I was going to say was, when we are so focused on time and meeting certain things at certain deadlines, we can become desperate when we're getting close. When we're getting closer to the time, it's like, and desperation is the worst thing you can do for yourself. Because with desperation, you would accept anything. Because at this point is
your standards.
Your goal is to get it. So no matter what, any method of getting there, you're going to get there. And with that, you get all sorts of things from that and then you now start to like reduce your value in a sense of like what you would normally accept into your life, because at this point I just want to get there. I just want to be this person that's earning this amount of money, and then you start to like your quality of life is down because now you're not even the person you were before, because now you're accepting anything into your life. Anybody can come, anyone that's gonna get you there, you would accept them, no matter what energy they're bringing, no matter what beliefs they're bringing, because that person's going to get me to that position. I'm going to allow them into my life. And that's the biggest way the enemy uses to trap people. Like, when you're desperate about something, when you're something you really want, that's when he will bring something that's similar to it to disguise,
counterfeit, to
confuse you, and you're thinking, oh my God, it's God, I've been praying for this, like, it's God. And it's like, no, it's not. Like, you're extremely desperate. This is all you pray about.
Yeah.
Every night you're praying about this thing.
And listen, the devil can hear your prayers.
So it's like, of course it's going to try and bring something that mimics what you want and then confuse you. Because you're so desperate, you even forget and start to ignore the red flags or ignore the signs that are literally... Because one thing about God will give you signs. Like, he will tell you. And it's because you're so desperate, you ignore it like now because...
And you're stubborn as well.
You're like, yeah, but... Nah, it's not that deep.
Or it's because it's not the way that you wanted it to come. Yeah.
So you don't want to be desperate. Like, this thing about chasing time and making sure you're hitting make sure you're hitting deadlines or hitting different milestones.
Unless you're at university, that one, pay attention.
Yeah, of course. But you're already there, so you might as well complete and finish it. But like, if you don't want to go to uni, it's also fine.
Yeah. It reminds me, I was watching, as I was doing my hair, guys, honestly, watch it. It's called They Cloned Tyrone. It's on Netflix. It's got John Boyega. I say his name really weirdly. Boyega.
Is it what you're telling me to watch on?
Yeah.
It's really good. Is it a series or a movie?
No, it's a movie. It's like
They Cloned Tyrone. That's what it's called.
It's honestly, it's really good.
That's
John,
cool.
Jamie Foxx, and Teyonah Parris. She plays Monica Rambeau in the Marvel films. And there's a bit, basically, not to give too much of a spoiler, but basically they find out that the government is cloning people in their neighborhood, right?
Oh, mad.
But it's really, that's what I'm going to say, but it's really, really
I need
good.
to watch this.
It's really good. And there's a bit where obviously the main characters discover it. And the main character, she's a prostitute. And Jamie Foxx is a pimp, innit? And basically they're going to her house, and because they stay there to hide, and then what's his name? Fontaine talks about, oh yeah, but you've got all these trophies, and you know, what were you planning to do with them? Like, you know, we might as well accept the fact that they cloned us and they wanted to keep us in the system and stuff. And going back to what you were saying, and the character says, I literally live across from the road that I grew up in. I am in the kind of environment that I told myself I was never going to be in. And the reason why I mentioned that is because of desperation. Because maybe she was so desperate to get out of something and whatever, she accepted the low value. She became a prostitute because she planned to go to Memphis, but then she got roped into this thing. So I think she even said she wanted to be a detective or something. But because she was so desperate and whatever, she accepted, I'm just going to continue the cycle that my mum was in, that my grandma was in. Now I'm a prostitute, and I'm now lowering my value in order to get
standards.
Yeah. I mean, you know, linking it, but it's great. It's a great thing.
No, I can see, I understand. I feel like desperation is never a good thing, because people can sense when you're desperate anyway, and
they will take advantage.
Yeah, just in general, like, you just don't want to be desperate about something just because it's something you really want. Understandable, but then you should also give yourself the grace to understand that if it doesn't happen at the time that you want it to happen, doesn't mean it would never happen.
No.
The timing of things is not real. Like, timing itself is not. It's not
real.
It's not a real. It genuinely isn't a real thing.
No.
As long as, apart from like giving birth and having the complications of like getting older and stuff, everything else is very much can be done at any time.
Yeah.
People still go to university. My mom has like 4 degrees, by the way. She's still studying.
Really?
My mom is always. Literally, when it comes to education and understanding that the whole timing and age thing is not real, my mom is a perfect example. She wants to learn something. She'll learn. She's gonna go and.
It's good though.
She's never been limited by. Never thought, oh, I'm just too old. Like, you're not too old.
Yeah.
What's stopping you from? You can never be too old to do anything. Like, if you want to go and start a whole new career, go.
Like, and you'll find that you'll probably be even more successful and have a better quality of life when you go for that thing. And
you can't just be like, oh, but I've already started this, I'm meant to... No, you don't have to... Just because you started something doesn't mean you have to follow through with it. If there's another alternative, the main point is to be flexible with your time. Like, be a person that's adjustable and you're able to flow, not like so rigid and feeling like you have to follow through with, obviously it's good to accomplish what you've set yourself to do, but if it doesn't happen, you're okay.
It's actually okay, darling, but it's not the end of the world. I think that's a great way to end the episode.
That sounds so irritating. I can't explain what that did to my mind. Like, it triggers something that, you know, you're just like, oh, you're so annoying. I swear that. Anyways,
welcome to our friendship, guys.
That actually annoys me. I can't explain. Anyways, I hope you guys got insight on our mindset and how we see time.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
we're also talking to ourselves, by the way. Like,
I think
I'm talking to myself.
Yeah,
right?
talk to yourself. I think I'm all right.
You really don't care about time. Well, fair enough.
So look at the way I live life. I'm very dilly-dally-dally.
I'm not dilly-dally-dally.
I'm just whatever.
I'm talking to myself in the sense like, honestly, it's all right.
Yeah.
It's actually okay. Like, you're good.
Yeah. Because my thing is, going back to my season of unemployment, my thing was that I knew that God was going to provide. Yeah. I just didn't know when. So, and I think that's the whole thing with life. If you're very certain about, I am going to be this person, I'm going to be a mother, I'm going to be a wife, I'm going to be a business owner, I'm going to be living comfortably. So, you are, but don't expect it to come like that. Like, it's going to happen. It just, sometimes it takes time.
It could even come quicker than you expect.
Exactly.
So the you planning on doing everything to the point of like, at this age, at this time, in this year.
What if you die?
The location. This is all that. This is going to happen. Wow, it's a bit dark.
It's true though, isn't it?
But the point is, like, honestly,
It's okay.
Give yourself a break. Man.
Yeah. Give yourself, allow yourself some grace.
Still be ambitious, of course, but don't limit yourself and limit your value to not accomplishing something at a certain time.
Yeah.
But
that was beautiful, Favour.
I know.
That was beautiful.
I'm quite smart, innit?
You are. You know what? I think you are. What about me?
You are. I think you are. I think you are. That's what you said to me, mate. I'm so sorry. What the hell? You are too.
Yeah, but Favour, you know I do everything with accent.
Yeah, exactly.
So why are you so offended?
I'm doing it back to you. You are.
Anyway, guys, thank you so
love
much.
you.
We do. Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode. We hope that was insightful. We hope that it gives you a different perspective on things. Yeah, and we just hope that you guys have a great week, a great day, great evening, and we will see you guys next episode. Bye.